Hello, how are you guys doing? Cyclone back again with another tips and tricks guide for Edgefield Street House on Professional. I'm doing this a little bit differently. My first two videos were clipped from my stream live on Twitch. You can find me over at twitch.tv/Cyclone TV, where I stream live pretty much every day. But I'm going to do a little recording here. I've had a lot of people ask me for more maps, and I have been lacking a little bit. So today, I'm going to be doing Edgefield Street House. Going to kind of go over what items I bring in, how I go about taking down Edgefield Street House, and what I do. So items-wise, I typically play solo professionals. I take 2 photo cameras because I take a lot of pictures, 1 lighter, 2 crucifixes, 2 video cameras, 2 salts, 4 smudge sticks, 3 tripods, 1 strong flashlight, 4 motion sensors, 1 thermometer, 4 sanity pills, another ghost writing book, and 2 glow sticks. This is my loadout that I take into every single solo professional. So, yeah. I did a Tanglewood tips and tricks, and I also did a Tanglewood and Bleasdale tips and tricks. So, if you guys have not seen those, make sure to go check those out. But typically, what I'll do when I first start out is I'll take a camera, take a picture of the board, and then grab a new camera. So, what that does is makes it in my journal so that I can see my objectives, salt, ghost event, EMF reader, and then I can see the ghost name without having to go back to the truck. So, George Clark. So, first loadout is, of course, my strong flashlight and a photo camera, just in case the ghost decides to show itself. And I'll also be looking for the bone and the Ouija board while I look around the house. So, before I step in the house, there's 3 keys on Edgefield, my bad. 3 keys on Edgefield that you can grab. And if you grab all 3 of them, you get insurance money, which is $10, and you'll get the professional money multiplier that'll give you $30 for pressing E on 3 keys. So when you first walk in on the right, you'll have the car key, which if the car alarm goes off, that the ghost is in there. This one, I'm not sure which one that goes to, probably the basement or something. And then the last key, which I'm not sure which should go to. But right there, just made $10. Only able to get that when you're playing solo. If you're playing in a 2, 3, or 4 main, you're not going to get insurance money on professional. There's no other way to get professional insurance money besides playing solo and picking up all the keys. So, looking around, we're going to be looking for where the ghost is at, of course, and also for the bone and the Ouija board, so keeping an eye out for those things as well. Typically, I'll tackle the bottom floor first, go into the basement. I like to look for the Ouija board and the bone, just to get a little bit of extra money, stuff like that, you know, why not? If you can, it's fairly easy. Make sure to check the front of the car. The bone can spawn on the actual windshield itself. Going over Ouija board spawn locations, since I kind of forgot about that. The first place that the Ouija board can spawn that I've seen is in the utility room, underneath this black grate right here. The second place that the Ouija board can spawn that I've seen personally is behind the dining room table, which is why you saw me check this far over here on the floor. The next place that it can spawn is down in the basement, in the back right near the mannequin, which you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. So you come down to the basement, open this room up, and then it is behind right here next to this mannequin. It's not there. The Ouija board, people are confused about it. It is not a 100% spawn rate. It is roughly a 30% spawn chance. The bone, however, isn't a 100% spawn chance. Sometimes you just won't find it because it glitches through like mats and cloths on the ground, or they're just kind of really hard to find. So sometimes the bone can be a bit of a pain to find. But it does look like the ghost is going to be upstairs in the nursery. We got some freezing temperatures. Go ahead and write that down. We're going to continue the search for the bone, and there's also one last possible Ouija board spawn location. So we're also going to check that out as well, see if we can't find the Ouija board, which I'll let you know when we get to that part when we get there. I just like to open everything up as an escape route. If the ghost comes, have all your options open as to where you want to go. We can see the bones right there, so I don't have to search here because the last place that the Ouija board could be is in the master bedroom in this closet, which it's not there. So we did not get a Ouija board this game, unfortunately. But, you know, 30% spawn chance. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. So now what I like to do is I like to drop my camera in the room and also my flashlight so that I can carry 3 items instead of 2. So that you can be just a little bit more faster with bringing items into the room so it doesn't take as long. Stuff like that. So the next loadout that I like to bring is the spirit box, the ghost writing book, and the camera. And when you watch me live on stream, you watch me do the same thing over and over again, and it's because there's a reason. So I have something called long evidence and then instant evidence. And what I mean by that is the book sometimes can be instant, but most of the time it takes a while for the ghost to write in the book. So you want to take things into the room first that take a little bit longer to happen, like the book and the camera, because you have to take another trip back to go. So you want to get the camera in as soon as possible, so when you come back to get more stuff like your EMF reader and your UV, you can check for orbs. Because you never want to take the EMF in first unless you're playing in like a 2, a 3, or a 4-man. Just because, like, if the EMF reader goes off and you're outside, you're not going to know. So, also, instant evidence, a spirit box. It works instantly. So, an instant evidence, a long evidence, stuff like that, right? So, going back in with the tripod, spirit box, and ghost writing book, we'll set up the camera, put the book down, and then test the spirit box. Go ahead and come in here and turn this light on so you guys can see what's going on. Place it in the corner, looking into the room, place the book in the middle, pick up the light, turn this off. The spirit box does not work when there's lights on like this, so make sure they're turned off. Where are you? Alright, looks like we got spirit box and freezing temperatures, which means that there's only 3 possibilities left, which is a wraith, mare, and a demon, meaning that it's either going to be fingerprints, ghost writing, or ghost orbs. So, you can come in here, we can grab the UV, we don't need the EMF, but we're going to use it because we do have an EMF reader challenge, so we'll come here and see if it's a mare. If it's a mare, there will be a ghost orb. Doesn't look like I'm seeing a ghost orb from this angle, so what we could do to double up our chances of it writing in the book, since it could be ghost writing or fingerprints at this point, is taking another book to double up our chances. The way that the book works, in case you are unfamiliar, is if you have it on the ground, the ghost has a chance to write in it when it's within a 3-meter radius of the book. And for those of you that don't know meters to feet, that's 9 feet. So, going in now with the book, the UV. Coming back up the stairs, we're going to check for the fingerprints. None on the window, none on the door, none there as well. So right now, looking pretty sus for a demon, not gonna lie. Give me a sign. See if we can't get him to show himself and get a picture real quick while we wait for something to happen. George Clark. There we go, we got ghost writing, like I said. So we can take a picture of that, it'll count as an interaction. We got a little demon on our hands here. So the last things we need is salt, a ghost event, and EMF. So what we'll do is we could actually just drop this. Drop our flashlight in there so that we could take 2 salts and the EMF reader to get the last 2 objectives done, and then hopefully show himself so that we can get a ghost picture. So go ahead and grab the salt and the EMF, yeah. So we can go ahead and check our sanity as well. So for you that are unfamiliar about how sanity works as well, is that there are 2 ghosts that can hunt you at high sanity. A banshee can hunt you at 100%. A banshee can hunt you whenever you want. If you rewatch my VOD from today, I actually was playing on, I think it was Ridgeview, and probably the first 5 seconds I stepped into the house, it hunted me. A banshee can hunt you at 100%, doesn't care what sanity you're at. The banshee is very inconsiderate. And the demon can hunt you when you're below 80. So we're 10% below the threshold of where he can start hunting us. So the demon can start hunting us. So he can start hunting us now. We're fine. We probably don't need to take a pill. He might end up hunting us, but we'll see. Probably not, unless he's a really mad boy. Just heard him throw something. We could just walk around and get that EMF real quick. We're done with the EMF. Pick up the flashlight. Go ahead and lay the salt on the ground so that he steps in it so that we get our objective for salt. And then the last thing we need is just a ghost event. So we either need him to scream in our ear or show us his, manifest himself in front of us, pretty much. George Clark. Show me your presence. So a lot of terms I like to say is show me your presence, show yourself, saying their name a lot, stuff like that will get it to show itself. But, you know, the one I like to use the most is show me your presence. It works a lot. And I'm not talking about Christmas presents, even though it probably sounds like that, but you know what I mean. Oh no. Alright. He's a very upset boy. We're gonna get out of his house before he actually fucking rips her throat. Also, another universal quote. I don't know how you would, like, word this, but another question that I get asked a lot on my stream is, can the ghost hear you when you're not pressing your local button, which is V, or global button B? It's a question that I'm unsure of, so I specifically don't like talking when I'm hiding from the ghost, just because I can think that it picks up through your Cortana or something like that. I've had people tell me that they had their Cortana turned off and it still doesn't do anything or something like that. I'm not too sure. I just don't talk just to be safer than sorry. But as you can see, we got Salt, Ghost Event, EMF done. We know it's a demon. We got everything possible that we could get. Granted, yes, I could sit in the room, get more interaction, stuff like that. But this is pretty much like bare bones, as easy as it could get for Edgefield. Pick up the keys. Shows you guys the Ouija board spawn locations. There's really not much more than that, honestly. So, we'll go ahead and wrap this truck up, and we should be good. I'm going to say this is probably a roughly maybe $220 game. Maybe around there. Yeah, $220 game. Just like that. It's that simple. But yeah, if you guys are interested in more content like this, you can always find me live at twitch.tv/CycloneTV. I stream pretty much every day. I have an awesome community. We hang out, we vibe, we go over different ideas and stuff. You'll see me do a lot of things that I haven't shown in this video. A lot of cool tips and tricks that I don't share for YouTube, but I do on my stream. So, other than that, yeah, if you could subscribe, it'd mean a lot to me. And also follow me over on Twitch and watch me live sometime. I appreciate it. And yeah, peace.